Hi there, Loy Machedo. Sweeney here from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Person Branding. Uh, I just thought I'd give you 7 points of living in the UAE. Some people asked me, I don't know, some Europeans and people from the West have been asking me, like, what are your thoughts about living in the UAE or what is life in the UAE? So I thought I'd just give you these 7 points. Life in UAE in 2022. You can, if you're staying in UAE, you can correct me if I'm right or wrong. These are the 7 points which I think highlight the major bits of life in UAE, especially in 2022. Okay, the first one is most of the people who come to UAE are coming there for a tax-free life. They don't want to pay tax. 35% in some countries, 50%, I think 55% in Denmark and all that. So people are coming to enjoy a futuristic, modern Las Vegas kind of life in UAE, and they want a good salary. Most of the whites get paid much more than Asians, and people are aware of this. I guess Arabs have a thing for white skin color and white passport, although now it is not as crazy as before. Before it used to be, but there's still a craziness for blonde females, white females, and Arabs have this thing for you. Even Indians, when they see a white, they're like, "Oh, sir, sir, sir," that kind of thing. They worship the Western passport. Okay, so most of the people come there for modern life, tax-free life, and there are other perks and benefits like security. Security is very good in UAE compared to like guns are not allowed in UAE. Although you need a license that is for hunting rifles, illegally, I guess 1 or 2 cases are there, but majority they are not. It's pretty safe. It's a small place, and you can go out at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the night. You'll always be safe. Yes, there are slight robberies here and there, but people get bundled and deported. And they not only offer a better salary, a better life, there are a lot of perks and benefits, and everything is like, it's a modern lifestyle. Let me put it to you this way. It's a very luxurious lifestyle. Yes, you're paying for it. That's number one. The second one is life in UAE is to maintain this life, to maintain this big salary, modern life. You have to work hard for it. Okay, it's not just sit and be lazy. So most of the people have this automated life where you get up at a fixed time, get ready, prepare your coffee, drive through traffic, rush to work, get to a parking spot, run to the office, check into the office, work until it's lunch break, then take your break, then after that work again, and then by the time you finish, then you rush to the car, take it out of the parking, drive back to home, and change your clothes and go to the gym, and before you know it, it's time for dinner and sleep. It's a very city life. It's very fast. People are very busy, and it becomes more like a rat race. In fact, if you ask most of the people, this is what they do. So it's a very automated, robotic life. But that doesn't mean that you don't enjoy it. You can drive a luxurious car. You can get an easy loan. Loans are very easy. Loans, especially it depends on which company you work for. They don't care whether you can pay it back or not. They'll give you loans easily, credit cards easily. In fact, the highest interest in the world is in the Middle East, especially in UAE. I think it's 66% total interest with hidden charges and all that for credit cards. Highest in the world annually. So you can imagine. Then third one is, this is funny. People say life in UAE is much more affordable compared to Hong Kong and all that. But I can assure you this much. Whomsoever gets his salary in UAE, you ask him, okay, you got your salary. After 1 week, what did you do? How much have you left? You'll be very surprised to know majority of them end up spending their entire salary, and within a day or two, they are like, nothing is left because they are paying the electricity, water, the grocery, the restaurant, they're paying everyone. Nothing is left, and then they are left with nothing. And that, people sometimes like, sheesh, man, whatever salary I got is all gone. Because life over there, They say a death by 1,000 cuts. So life in UAE is also not so cheap. It's expensive, and you pay for what you enjoy. Okay, so that's point number 3. Point number 4 is, there are plenty of temptations in UAE. Everything is pleasureful, whether it's drinking an overpriced coffee at Starbucks, whether it is having a McDonald's meal or going to a nice restaurant, whether it's going to shop for shopping, whether it's watching a movie, whether everything, there is a temptation and you really want to try. There is chocolates and there is food and cuisines and experiences. So you'll end up spending money, and they always come out with some interesting concept. And if you still want to save, before you know it, there is a sale. Buy one, get one free, buy now, pay later. The cars, the laptops, the phones, even the latest iPhone, you can buy it and pay it later, and there's some package. But don't go for it, because then you'll get locked into subscribing to their internet or do anything. They have this. So you end up with a lot of temptations. And if all that is not there, then you have girlfriends and boyfriends and friends. And so money just goes. You go to a club and you go outside. Even if you go for a normal outing, you'll end up spending at least $100 minimum. Okay. And I'm not talking of taxi and all that. I'm just talking at the venue. So number 4 is temptations. They always have something right in your face. In fact, Pierre Cardin used to always have 80% off, 90% off. Go to the shopping mall, they are forever under sale. Point number 5 is everyone's busy. This is a strange, funny phenomenon. Huh? You speak to anybody, they're just busy doing something. Even if you go to a guy smoking shisha, sitting in a cafe, he's busy smoking a shisha. You speak to somebody who's watching a football match in a cafe shop, he's still busy because he wants to see the football match. And after that, he's busy, he has to go home. Then he's busy, he has to keep everything ready for office. Then he's busy, he has to plan for the next day. So people are forever busy. Nobody's free. In fact, I'll be very surprised if someone says, yeah, I'm free. We'll talk. Unless, of course, he's sitting in a shop, he's doing nothing. Otherwise, most of the people are busy, and it's good to be busy. That's something I would tell you. Even you go to the gym, the guy is busy doing weights. Unless, of course, you are a very sexy looking, attractive female, then they are ready to talk to you. Okay. And the only time they'll be free is when they want something from you, either sex, or you're attractive, or you're rich, or they know they can get some benefit. Otherwise, everyone's busy. Okay. Point number 6 is piggyback on the previous point. Everyone is your friend only when you're useful to them. If you're rich, they would love to be your friend. If you give them company, they are your friend. If you're a sexy looking female, they have plenty of time. Women are in big demand because men are more and men are desperate. Females get this excessive amount of attention to the point where they behave absolutely, I can't blame them, but most of them are arrogant and ignorant because guys literally worship them. They literally worship, I think that new term is a simp or something like that. So, these females, because they get so much attention, they think no end of themselves. But at the same time, I don't blame them because, if you create I had created a fake girl's account and I created a guy's account. The guy's account, no friends request, nothing. Girl's account, so many friends, so many requests. This is many years ago. So people are desperate and it's kind of crazy. That is why on Instagram and all these other sites, you only have prostitutes and you have people with fake accounts, scammers and all that, by the way, be careful of scams. Too many of them are happening. And last but not the least, life in UAE it's like a dream. It's like a mirage. It's nothing that is concrete because obviously you don't have citizenship. So that is not your country. You can buy maybe a visa and stay there, but it is more like a mirage. Nothing belongs to you, whether it's a property, whether it's a land. And the day you lose your visa, the day you lose your job, especially your job, you will be thrown out of that place, and then you end up going to the country where your passport was issued, and then you'll wake up and like, fuck man, what did I do? What did I achieve? It's like you had a beautiful dream and you woke up back to reality. So nothing is yours. It's just a mirage. It's just illusion. And then you wake up knowing that shit, from my friends to my relationships to everything else, was all fake. So this is life in UAE. Even in 2022, I would say this is the life. If you want some tips, tricks, and strategies how to live, survive, and make it big in UAE, let me know. If you're interested, you can comment down below. Then maybe I'll make another video on how you should be living your life in UAE in 2022. Anyway, put down your thoughts, put down your comments. Let me know if I'm right. Let me know if I'm wrong. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.